Hey, yo, what is up? My folks, it's your boy, FizzleTheHizzle, aka Ben here. Bring you guys the DCDL Finals. Now, I know I haven't shown you guys the majority of the season because I didn't want to, basically. But I feel like I had to do it for the finals, you know? And yeah, I'm in the finals somehow. This is my first draft league ever. And you know, Matt is challenging me right now. And I'm already in the finals. I think that's pretty crazy. I'm really excited to get here. My initial goal was to get to the playoffs, and that I'm in the finals. That's crazy. It's crazy talk. So before I challenge Matt, I'm gonna do the routine thing. Go over his team, go over my team, see what I brought, and you can see his team right here: Mew, Magnezone, Mantine, the Triple M's, Emboar, Sneasel, Crustle, Sylveon, Swampert, Serperior, Masquerain, Sableye. A lot of S and M names in this. And you can see what I predicted him to bring on the screen. And they are shiny, of course. Mew, Magnezone, Mantine, Sylveon, Swampert, and Serperior. I don't think he'll bring webs because I have several levitating or flying mons on my team. So I don't think that's going to happen. And I bet Matt is really impatient. Oh, speaking of impatience, I've been waiting 50 minutes for him to challenge me. So I can take my time, okay? So, first off, we got Periwinkle, Nasty Plot, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Fire Blast. I haven't used Periwinkle a lot, but I think this will put in work. I'm just going to go through the team really quick because I don't want to waste his time. And you know, it's Buffy. Fake Out, Return, High Jump Kick, Thunder Punch. So this thing is the MVP of the team. Nobody can tell me anything different. We got Shed Shell, Apollo 13 for Magnezone, Air Slash, Heavy Slam, Leech Seed, and Protect. This is to handle Sylveon and his special attacking mons relatively well. Next, we have a weird Zirconis, leftover substitute Coil, 1000 Arrows, Extreme Speed. We're bringing the heat, a very bulky mon. Coil is going to be super cool. We got Flying Dutchman, the Assault Vest. Power Whip, Shadow Claw, Rapid Spin, and Earthquake. Rapid Spin for those sticky webs, of course, which I don't think he's going to bring. And last up, we got Doodlebob, Swords Dance, Shadow Sneak, Play Rough, and Toxic. Toxic is there because I didn't feel like running any other move. And Toxic will be good for messing with the Mantine or Emboar or something. And I'm going to do this. Oh, man. He does not bring Sticky Webs. And honestly, okay, he brings a Mantine. So if I get rid of the Mantine... Oh, man. So let's choose our lead here. I feel like he'll lead Swampert or something. Oh man, this is hard. I feel like Doodlebob is a pretty good lead against the majority of his team, actually. Because if he decides to set rocks or something with Swampert, which he might lead, I get a Toxic off on that. And if he leads Mantine, which I don't think is going to happen, I get a free Toxic on that. But if he leads Magnezone, that's going to be a problem and a half. Mew could be a possible lead, which this thing stacks up pretty well against. I think this thing is very valuable to just pass off Toxics. I think I want to lead with my Mimikyu here. I originally wanted to lead Buffy, but if he leads like the Mantine, or if I have Thunder Punch for the Mantine, so that's not a problem. I feel like he'll lead the Swampert, so I want to lead Mimikyu here. I think Mimikyu is a safe bet. And if he leads Magnezone, that's just a really good lead. And I have a Delmise for that. And we can check how much Delmise takes from Magnezone. I think he does like 30%. There's something like Flash Cannon or Volt Switch. Or Flash Cannon, I mean. Yeah, Flash Cannon does 26 to 31. The chat is going wild. Oh, man. So, yeah, Magnezone only does 26 to 31 with Flash Cannon on Delmise, and we can destroy it with an Earthquake right back. And I have a feeling Matt will run Shucka or Air Balloon on Magnezone and Wakan Berry on Mantine because he loves those items for some reason. I don't know. Wakan Berry on Mantine is probably a likely bring. And either Shucka or Air Balloon. He ran Air Balloon last time on the Magnezone. So if we pop that, that'll be really good. Yeah, we have the Celesteela for the Sylveon. And we have the Celesteela to kind of handle the Sneasel pretty well. Oh my gosh, Matt. Matt is the king of waiting. I've literally waited an hour for him to challenge me. We agreed, oh, let's do it 8 p.m. Let's do 8 p.m. his time. And then it's been an hour. Oh boy. Oh, Matt. Matthew J. Esquire. What is an edgy boy? That's a really good thing. Now that is a really good thing. Because if he switches out, how much does like a Swampert take? From how much does a Mantine or a Swampert take from a thing? Swampert's gonna take damage. If I get some really good damage off on Swampert, that's gonna be really valuable for me. That's gonna be really valuable for me. Play rough 28 to 31 to 33. I don't think he'll stay in, but I think he'll switch into Magnezone. Oh man, I really want to get a Swords Dance off. I'm just gonna go for the play rough, I feel like. That's valuable damage. Oh my gosh, he's very offensive. Now, what do I think is valuable? I don't see leftovers, so I'm just gonna go for a Toxic here. Hold on, let's think about this. He could try to break my sub. But that did a lot. How much defense is he running? Not a lot, apparently. That did 44. He's not running a lot of bulk. I think he does have rocks. I think I'm going to play rough here. Should I Swords Dance, actually? I feel like Swords Dance is a good option. Do I want a Swords Dance here? I feel like he'll try to get his rocks up, but I'm going to play rough. Yeah, I think I'm going to play rough because he's not bulky, so I don't necessarily need to get the Toxic off. Because he's not leftovers, he might be like this is not a Z-Captain either, so he might be like Life Orb or something. If he does try to break my sub, we lowered his attack, so that's really good. He has Roar. Does Rapid Spin like kill this thing? Because just in case he goes for rocks or something. Rapid Spin does not do enough. Does Rapid Spin do enough? Man, but he has Roar. He took a lot of damage from my play rough, but Rapid Spin. Oh man, I really want to Rapid Spin. He's not bulky at all though. Hold on, Mimikyu. Doodle Bob. That took like 44. He's not bulky at all. I don't know. Are my calcs deceiving me again? Oh, I want to Rapid Spin, man. I'm gonna Shadow Claw. Oh, I knew it, man. I knew it. What did I tell you? I really wanted to Rapid Spin. But you know what? I think Buffy, once we get that Sylveon weakened, I think Buffy can do work here. So he might switch into Sneasel to get a KO or Swords Dance or something. But I really want to get my Rapid Spin off. If he goes into anything else, I'm just going to click Rapid Spin. If he goes into Sneasel, I might still click Rapid Spin. But I do have a Celesteela, or he could go for a knockoff. which I don't want anything else taking a knockoff. I need this Celesteela Shud Shell for the Magnezone, and the Life Orb on Mimikyu will give me the oomph damage that I really need to produce KOs. So we got rid of the Swampert. That's really good, because that's one less threat for Zygarde, and that's one less threat for 4444. What's his face? I want to Rapid Spin here, but Knockoff kills me. Knockoff does kill me. Yeah, Knockoff destroys me. He could go for a Pursuit, trying to predict me to switch, but I really want to get this Rapid Spin off, man. I don't know if it's worth it. Icicle Crash is a roll. 50% chance to KO with Icicle Crash, but he might go for the knockoff just trying to predict the switch. So I need to think, is this thing worth staying around for? He does have a Magnezone, which I don't have the best of switch-ins to. If I lose this, I do not have the best switch-ins if I lose this to Magnezone. But he might pursue here, so I'm going to go for a Rapid Spin. This is a really pivotal play for me. And I can break his Sash if he has one. I could break his Sash if he has one. We do Speed Tie with Sneasel with Azelf. Because if he knocks me out, I have Doodlebob. If he does knock me out, I have Doodlebob. So I feel like Rapid Spin here is a good play. He kills me with a lot of things at this point. He could go for a Swords Dance here. I don't think he would go for a Swords Dance here. I still have a Mimikyu with a Disguise. Oh, man. And I don't want to get knocked off by anything else. This thing... he knockoffs, and I get rid of the... He's not max attack then. He's not max attack then. He's not max attack. That knockoff did how much? 85? Oh my goodness. Do you not have investment? That knockoff did nothing, man. Something is definitely wrong with my calcs or something. The thing is, I don't want to get knocked off on anything else. Because if I switch into Zirconis, he can Ice Shard easily. And I don't want to go into Buffy to get a knockoff on, because that's still going to do a lot in my... Even though I do hold a Mega Stone, that's going to be doing a lot. Oh, man. I want to Shadow Claw here. I need Flying Dutchman for Magnezone, but at this point I don't need it. Because it's at such low health that I don't need this. I'm going to Power Whip here? Okay. Okay. How important is Mimikyu in this? I do outspeed this thing with Buffy. And I feel like Return is the best play. Because if he switches into Magnezone, I knock off his... I get rid of his Air Balloon. Z-Whoops, that's rude, okay? Lopunny is the MVP. You cannot disrespect the MVP. Return is the best play here, because if he goes into Magnezone, I can knock off his Air Balloon, which he's probably having, knowing Matt. Or if he switches into Manton, I can Thunder Punch it if it's not holding a Wakan Berry. But it's probably holding a Wakan Berry. If he goes into Sylveon, it's going to be doing lots of damage. And I think Sylveon is going to be doing... I think Sylveon's going to be defensive like last time, because he brought defensive to handle. What's his face? Return does KO from here. So I'm just going to Return here. I'm just going to go for a Return here. If he switches into Mew, it's going to be doing lots of damage. If he switches into Mew, it's going to be doing 36 to 43 if it's a defensive set. I feel betrayed with those comments. Alright, give me your Sneasel. Give me your Sneasel. Cool. Cool. So Zygarde looks pretty decent now, But Mantine is still there, and I predict Sylveon to be bulky just like last time. Oh, man. We're in a good spot here. We took away 2 of his boys. I didn't want to go for the high jump kick because I don't want to risk the switch into Mew, which was likely, but he usually brings offensive Mew. Knowing him, he's gonna go into Sylveon or Mew. How much does blah, blah, blah. If he goes into Sylveon, my counter is Celesteela every single time. Let me check the calcs here. Celesteela against Mew. Oh, excuse me. Mew with Fire Blast at max special attack does 39 to 46%. I feel like he's gonna set up here. But do I risk that? I feel like he's gonna set up easily. Like Nasty Plot does big things. Nasty Plot does do big things. I really need Celesteela to handle. I don't. What is Buffy needed for? It's needed to just destroy Magnezone, and it's needed to just spread damage all around and fake out. I feel like going into Celesteela is a really good play. That's what I'm going to do. If he Fire Blast here, good play. Psychic, that's fine. I get a free Leech Seed off here. I do, and I have a Shed Shell if he wants to switch in Magnezone. And I get a nice Leech Seed off here. Fire Blast does not kill me. He could... Should I Scout? Because I feel like he's just going to go straight. Okay. Okay. Just out of curiosity, how much does a Heavy Slam do to this thing? Because a Scald is coming my way. A Scald is coming my way. Should I Protect for more damage? I feel like Air Slash. Even if I'm burned, does Heavy Slam KO Sylveon? I'm being really in depth into this, boyos. I'm really in depth into this. I feel like Sylveon's more bulky, so I'm gonna list him as that. Oh, Heavy Slam doesn't even KO that thing. I'm gonna Air Snow. I want to Protect here, and if he switches into like Magnezone, I'm good to switch into Zirconis. He Roost. Okay. Am I faster? I want to Air Slash here just to get some flinches and damage off. I don't want to switch into anything that doesn't want to take a Scald. How much does an Azelf take from a Scald? How much does an Azelf take from a Scald? Takes too much damage. I need this thing. The way he's playing like Mew or Sylveon, either one of them could be Scarfed. The Magnezone could be Scarfed. I feel like I want to double Leech Seed. I want to Air Slash. Okay, he's faster. We get that. I missed it, but that's really fine, to be honest. He's going to keep doing that game. gonna keep playing that game. Does he show leftovers? Oh, he does show. He does show. He's gonna keep roosting here. I'm gonna double Leech Seed. He keeps roosting. So I feel like he's gonna roost again. There's no point. He's been doing the same thing. Wait, let's check the calc first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Mantine, oof, it takes a lot. After Leech Seed damage. Oh, that's a really good. Wait. I want to make the hard switch into Buffy because I feel like he's just gonna roost again. But if he scalds and burns me, this is gonna be a really big problem. Okay, we got that down. He doesn't have a Wakan Berry, and I see that. I want to fake out here actually, just to get that damage off. Oh man. Because this is max HP, max defense Mantine. Thunder Punch does 82 to 97. I think I'm going to take that risk, to be honest. And if something is going to switch in, and it's going to take damage. It's going to take damage. This Mew and Sylveon is not taking damage yet. Neither has a Magnezone. I think I'm just going to go for the Thunder Punch. Ah! Don't roost. He air slashes. Give me your Mantine. Give me your Mantine. Alrighty. Alrighty. So we have Buffy at pretty good HP, 63 HP. And we took down half of his team already. So I don't need this thing anymore, do I? But I cannot allow this thing to set up. How much does a return do? I feel like going for the return here. I really do feel like going for the return here. No, this thing is really valuable. I can't. This thing is really valuable. I think I'm just going to make the play into Apollo. If he nasty plots, he doesn't kill with... If he nasty plots, he doesn't kill with Fire Blast. Even at max thing. Max special attack. That's a word. Man, I'm stoked. So, I'm just going to give you guys a rundown. I'm gonna be very in depth with this video, and I'm sorry if I'm like if I seem like I'm taking this too seriously. I might be, because this is the finals of my first league ever. So I mean, I really want to win, man, and I think I'm playing pretty well. The Delmai sack was unfortunate, but that had to happen, honestly, to take down Sneasel and to take down, well, not take down Sneasel, get the Rapid Spin off, and to put a lot of damage into Swampert, or to kill the Swampert. Now that Swampert and Mantine is gone, if Sylveon's or Mew isn't bulky, I feel like Buffy can produce a riot. And also, here's the thing. If he's Double Dance Mew, that's not the worst thing ever, because I get intel that he's Calm Mind, or he's Nasty Plot, he's Rock Polish or whatever. And I get a Leech Seed off here, honestly. Now, don't miss your Leech Seed, because whatever he goes into, it gets Leech Seeded. He goes into Magnezone. Does he have an Air Balloon? He probably has Shucka. What is his item here? He doesn't show anything. But I do have a Shed Shell. I'm going to Protect here to see what he wants to go for. If he wants to go for a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt. I get some intel on that. And he's probably thinking that if I Protect, he's going to think that I'm like stuck here. So that gives me a really free switch in as Zirconis. This is exactly the situation I wanted to be in. Celesteela against a Magnezone. Now that seems stupid for me to say. But that's an easy switch to my boy Zirconis to get 1,000 arrows off. And I do have the Shed Shell. Also, shout out to Bobbert. Hi, my name is Bobbert. Any of those usernames? He's helped me make this team. And I really appreciate that. And right here is where I'm going to reveal the shed shell. Right here is where I reveal the shed shell. And I get good damage off on something. If he's Shucka, he hasn't shown that he's Life Orb yet. Oh man, I wish in Showdown, the calculator, I wish you could like type in the username, the nickname. What if he has Shucka? What if he has Shucka? He could be a choiced item. He could very well be a choice item. But I feel like 1,000 Arrows is a good play. Yeah, he goes into Sylveon. But we have a switch in. He has leftovers, so I get this thing. I get this thing out here. Celesteela is my switch in to Sylveon every single day of the week. Celesteela is my switch in to Sylveon every day of the week. Gets a Wish Off. I'm going to go for a Leech Seed. Okay. Hit it. There we go. I'm going to protect here. I'm going to protect here again. Will he know that? I'm going to protect here again. If he cannot really do anything to me right now because I do have a switch. Let's see if he wants to go for a hidden power. He does predict the switch. Now, I feel like he's Scarfed because he has not shown an item yet. He could be Scarfed and he could be Shucka. Now let's bring Celesteela out here. Do you take like a Thunderbolt? I just want to see if he's Scarfed or not. Thunderbolt does not kill, but I want to go into Periwinkle. I'm going to go into Periwinkle. Okay. I feel like I'm in a nasty plot here. This is a good situation that I'm in. Nasty plot against a Mew. He could be... I feel like he could be Double Dance. Now a +2... A +2 Z Fire Blast should kill everything on his team, right? A +2 thing. Does Shadow Ball kill me? I don't think so. Like it does a Shadow Ball kill Azelf. It does not. I feel like I get a nasty plot off here. I feel like we're in the driver's seat of this one. I kept my Zygarde and my Celesteela and my Mimikyu with its disguise. I kept my Lopunny. Those 4 members are going to win me the game. Those 4 members are going to win me the game. And Celesteela looks really good. The pairing of Celesteela and Zygarde looks really good here. And this turn was exactly the thing I needed. It's a perfect chance to set up. That's not going to kill, sir. Oh, he's faster. Oh, you're Scarfed. You're Scarfed, honey. You're a Scarfed man. Well. You're Scarfed. So that leads me to believe that... I want to go into Buffy here. Does he switch? No. How much health is a Sylveon? It's at 81. Something's going to be taking this thing. Something's going to be taking this return, and this Mew is Scarfed. So he's not Double Dance. We've seen Psychic, and we've seen Shadow Ball. We've seen Psychic, and we've seen Shadow Ball. So we know he's Scarfed. Let me make that a note here. Mew is Scarfed. Sylveon has lefties. Magnezone has no air balloon. And no lefties. Oh, Devin, you're banned. That's a nice typo there. Something's going to be taking this. I don't think this is going to be taking. Oh, yeah. How do I do that? So this thing is not taking another return, that's for sure. This thing is not going to be taking a return. Oh, we have 11 users watching. That's crazy. I feel like we're in the driver's seat for this one. I really do. That's funny. This battle is just a mock between me and Matt. It's just a mock battle. So look, I'm going to review here. We do have damage on Ribbons here. He took how much? 49%. He's at 39%. Magnazone. Ah. I have not missed a high jump kick all season yet. I have not missed a high jump kick all season yet. Under circumstances, does Magnazone kill me with a Thunderbolt or a Flash Cannon or something? I think it will be, but I put in 160 EVs into HP, so I don't know. Thunderbolt, Timid Max Special Attack does 49 to 58. I feel like I can return here again. Oh, yes. I covered that switch perfectly. I can sack Azelf here, actually. I can sack Azelf here. I can sack Azelf here. So the reason I went for a return there is because Magnazone does not kill my Buffy. I just checked. I just checked the calcs. And return did 39% to Magnazone. So if I hit it twice, I could do a lot of damage. And if he switches in Mew, I think I'm going to sack Azelf off. In case... So yeah, I went for return because I knew I could live a hit from Magnazone and I could hit it twice. I'm going to sack off Azelf here. He goes for Ice Beam. He goes for Ice Beam. I don't want unnecessary damage, but I feel like I have this in the bag. I'm going to go for a return here. You can't switch in anything. You can't switch in anything to a return because it gets two-shot. You can't switch in anything because it gets two-shot by Buffy. It's Buffy. Oh my goodness. I love Buffy. I think we all need to agree that Buffy is an MVP. I've brought it to every single game this season, including the playoffs, and it's been putting nothing but the finest of work. You know what, Raging Rabombi 2N? I don't like your attitude. I don't like your attitude. Buffy has been incredible all season. I can take an Ice Beam, but he's probably going to switch out, honestly. The Azelf sack was not odd, Raging Rabombi. I didn't need Azelf anymore, and I needed to see what move he was going to lock into. I'm just going to type that. I'm just going to DM this to him or something. Azelf was irrelevant at that point in the match. Needed to see what move he will lock into. So he does switch in that thing. Sylveon picks up another kill. I'm going to switch into Apollo here. Because his last move is probably fire, huh? His last move is probably fire. I'm just gonna delete that. Yeah, Mew outspeeded Azelf. Mew outspeeded Azelf into the Shadow Ball. He does carry Thunderbolt. That does big damage. I'm gonna Leech Seed here. Don't miss your Leech Seed, okay? Do not miss your Leech Seed. Okay. Hit it. There we go. I'm gonna protect here. I'm not gonna look at any more DMs. Because I don't want to be like, oh Ben, you're cheating. Ah, man, this game has been incredible. Not for like just in general, this game has been. Oh man, my head hurts. I feel like I'm just gonna protect here. At this point, Lopunny plus Zygarde wins. Because if he locks into Ice Beam for the Zygarde, I have Lopunny to take the hit. And I do have a Disguise Mimikyu still, because he went for Roar. So I think that Roar play really saved me. It really helped me more than it helped him. Because I got more damage off with Play Rough. And I keep my Disguise intact. And that led to the Swampert being gone. It leads to the Swampert being gone. And that's pretty big. For Lopunny to be doing... To not have... Like, Swampert can take a hit, but it can't switch in to Lopunny, if that makes sense. Like, Swampert can Scald it. It can Scald it and try to get the Berm. And, like, heal back with leftovers or something. But it's not a switch in. It can't take a return or a high jump kick well. And shout out to me, not running anything else but fake out, return, and high jump kick the whole year. Except that one time where I ran Power Up Punch Last Resort in the last week. And that was just for a meme. Because I locked playoffs already. I'm going to protect here. Because if he switches in Mew, I get to see what move he locks into. And I knew he had to bring either a fire or electric move for my Celesteela. How much has this thing been going on? It's been going on 37 minutes. Oh my gosh. If you're watching at this point, you're an absolute legend. I'm just really excited. I might add some music or something in the background so it's not terrible. My hair is like gross today. Like every day. By the way, guys, I'm just going to use this time for a self-plug. I have my Discord down below if you guys want to join. You get to see my other Draft League replays. And we got 30 plus people, 30 plus beautiful people hanging out in my Discord server, including Matt Teasery. He's actually an admin there. Great guy. We got a lot of great people. We're doing a Draft League right now in my server, the Cap tier, if you're not familiar with it. And we're probably going to be doing like a little Draft League. It's not much, 8-person draft. Eventually in the server again. And we got lots of great people in there. You can share your shinies. You can just talk around. Like, it's a good community. And also check out my Twitch. I stream once in a while. So, like today. Well, today when I'm recording this at 8 p.m. So, some showdown battles. No, I don't want to click the timer because I don't want to make him mad or anything. But he's taking an awfully long time. I'm just going to message him real quick. Okay, there we go. He goes for the hidden power. I'm just gonna heavy slam here. I feel like this thing is specs actually, because we don't see an air balloon and we don't see leftovers. So I feel like this thing is like specs or something. He goes into Mew. That does a lot of damage. I'm gonna Leech Seed here. Celesteela coming through, man. Celesteela coming through. He goes into Magnezone. I should outspeed this thing. I should outspeed this thing. Do I take a hit from this? I'm just going to check really quick because I don't want to take unnecessary damage. My door just opened and it was terrifying. Oh, if he specs, he knocks me out, right? I'm just going to see what move he locks into because I feel like he specs. I feel like he specs. What move does he lock into? He locks into Thunderbolt. I'm going to switch into Zygarde, and Zygarde should win me the game. Okay. I can Thousand Arrows here, and I can Extreme Speed, and that should win me the DCDL Finals. Yep, he was specs all along. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. This is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. I have Extreme Speed. This should seal me the game. And your Tampa Bay Buizzles are the DCDL Season 1 champions. Like always, greatest of games to Matt. I appreciate everything, Matt. Oh my gosh. This is crazy, man. GG to Matt. He played great this whole season. He played great this whole season, man. He beat me the first time in the regular season. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am incredibly happy. GG, Matt. Matt is one of my bestest of friends, guys, in the online community. So if you want, check him out. I'm gonna plug his channel in the description below. He's a great content creator. He makes really funny videos. Thank you so much, Matt Teasery44, for the battle. I really am gracious to you, and thank you for Matt running the DCDL in the first place. Like, he's the one that owns the league along with Colin. Well, screw Colin. Not kidding. He helped out with the league. But your Tampa Bay Buizzles are the Season 1 champions of the DCDL, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm stoked, man. I think I played pretty well in the end, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat this after 42, 43 minutes. So I'm just gonna go straight into the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the whole world to me, and like always, have a swell day. Peace.